System. What else? 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 Invested in this. Oh my god, I don't know, trust anyone for her food. I'm seeking the death penalty for everyone that steals from me. I'm seeking the death penalty for everyone that stays in my homes without my permission. I'm seeking the death penalty for everyone that steals my vehicles. I'm seeking the death penalty for everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money. It's May 9, 2025. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Mostly everyone in my family holdings and embarrassment. They're sex addicts, rapists, misformed addicts, others. So they stay in my homes without my permission and they steal my vehicles and they steal my money, trying to get a conversation with me, trying to pretend a sexual act with me. They're disgusting. They drive my vehicle or have people drive my vehicle as if they're controlling my vagina. It's just ridiculous how many groupies my vagina has. They're very immature, so gross. They've caused for Jayden and Keilany to be separated from me. I don't have money to sustain myself. Jayden and Keilany, that's unacceptable. So I'm tagging the FBI in this post, NATO, Interpol, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department, and the United. What else? 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 When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet and meet people, ideally polyamorous. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. That's all I have in my bank account right now, so I'll make my bank account numbers available for you to give me money today if you'd like to do so. This will be my third day of just posting positivity ish on Facebook. Name the people that steal from me that stay in my homes without my permission. In 2 days already, so this is really much progress. Those are my bank account numbers for this account. For my checking account, you can give me money if you'd like to do so today. What else? 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 My family just so girls are trying to traffic me into my parents' home so I can't date and so that I become literally a sex slave to them. I mean, so I send the sons that raped me for them to continue raping me in my parents' home. They're disgusting. They're stupid. They think that they can put their dicks everywhere that they want. Steal from me cause my starvation literally is like a punch in the face every day. I don't have any money because they steal my homes, they steal my vehicles, and I'm gonna be like this waiting for them in my parents' home for them to rape me every day that they would wish to do so. They're stupid, son unos vagos asquerosos. Esos tipos son unos puercos, una lacra, basura, asquerosidad. Ew, ew, ew. And then they acquire groupies of my vagina that they're like, yeah, well, she's stuck in her room all the time. He's raping her. Then I can get a better chance with dating. Right? I don't want. I'm gonna help them with this. Then they're stupid. These are people with all age that are so embarrassing. So gross. You can decapitate everyone that steals from me. You can decapitate everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money. You can decapitate everyone that steals my money. You can decapitate everyone that steals my vehicles. You can decapitate me human sort of existence that rape me to stealing money and get in the way of my same money. They're super creepy. I don't want that in my life ever. They're stupid. What else? 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 Anyways, that's my savings account number. If you wish to give me money today, I only have $2 in my PayPal account. What else? I missed Miss Community. Jayden and Keilany have been with their time since 2016. I've had financial stability since then. Took a beating on Facebook in 2020 by leeches that want to rape me and want me to go away from the internet so that they can be the queens. What? They're stupid. Embarrassing. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? They're embarrassing. They want to make themselves the only personality. What else you can decapitate? Or one of my classmates. So dumb. They steal my vehicles. They stay in my homes without my permission. They steal my money. Say she's gonna get a sex slave one day at the library because she was at the party when people heard that. Ew, so they try to kill each other in general over like, I don't want that embarrassment to happen in this family. They're stupid, they're embarrassing, so basically they steal my money. So they turn me into their sex slave being that stupid. For if she goes on to get a sex slave one day. They're stupid, they're porn addicts, so gross. They're embarrassing. They're embarrassing. Mostly everyone of my classmates in school is so gross. They're embarrassing. I'm seeking the death penalty for mostly everyone. From la clase graduanda del 98 en la escuela Dr. Carlos González. They're stupid. They're stupid, so gross, son una basura, son una asquerosidad. Ew, 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 ew. They think they're Paw Patrol. They're stupid. They're stupid. It's like a crime needs to happen first for the police to investigate it. And they're like, we're prevention, stop her, kill her. She's too pretty. Yo que asco que mostly everyone in that class stayed in my homes without my permission, steal my vehicles. I had at least 4 BMWs by 1999 that I've yet to drive because those leeches go on to drive it. They're stupid, they're embarrassing. I want them to kill themselves today. In the meantime, I just have $2.11 in my bank account. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I just posted on Facebook a few minutes ago. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Where's my picture? What else? You can decapitate even on the inside of the sons that I don't know. It's so disgusting. They rape me, they steal my money, and they get the way I'm receiving money trying to rape me. They're embarrassing. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. Doing a cloud series. Why not charge my phone? Wonder if I can get to 80 pictures. I don't want to pace myself to one a day, possibly more than one a day. If any of them stand out. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. You can give me money through PayPal, through USAA, or through my GoFundMe campaign. I want to order food for myself, and I don't menu. I hope people don't make me waste my time with losing my bank account and then gifting me money so that those leeches don't think that they're a part of my GoFundMe campaign just because they got names there that they think are important to them. They're stupid. They're stupid. I've never even tried to pursue them. And they think that they're just like this important in my life that like every day they need to be talking about me as if I talk about them every day. They're stupid. They're stupid. They're embarrassing. Es de Andrew, es de Albert, es de Lich, Basura, Alex. ¿Qué carajo me tiene que importar a mí? Son unos tipos tan puercos, tan asquerosos. Fo, 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 fo. I don't ever want that near me. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. In the meantime, I'm doing great. I'm posting on Facebook without blaming people that steal from me on my posts. I posted, when was this, last night? Posted this earlier. And I posted this earlier. I need my key so I can get to my mailbox. I need to reorder it. I don't have money. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? What else? What else? I need it range. I shop at H&M today. Had a guest in my apartment last year, Jayden. So lovely. What else? I visited the library with Jayden. I visited Central Market with Jayden last year. What else? What else? What else? He and I colored and painted. What else? What else? What else, please? What else? I'm bored. The leeches that I grew up around because they tried to turn Jayden and Keilany to sex slaves. They're upset that I took Jayden and Keilany to a supermarket that sells beer. They're like, yeah, but would he have gotten a beer at 21 or not? She needed to take him to an actual like bar restaurant. That kid has been to Chili's with me since when? Since he and I were in Layton. They're stupid. Like literally, they're so stupid. Those people that I grew up around. I don't want to post screenshots of the stupidity that they say behind the scenes, most likely. Based on all the stupidity that I heard while I was growing up, they literally starve mothers and steal their children to play a fantasy that those children belong to them now and the baby daddy. They're stupid, they're so gross, they're disgusting. These are people of adult age already. They're embarrassing. They're embarrassing. Ew, 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 ew. You can decapitate everyone in my family of origin. That has caused my starvation, that steals my money, that gets in the way of me receiving money and steals my vehicles and stays in my homes without my permission. They're trying to rape myself, Jayden and Keilany, and or sexually harass my children. I don't allow my starvation for me to bring into my children. Be like, here, give me money, and they'll be like, cuando el nene me enseña los huevos, cuando la nena me enseña las tetas, dale que Keilany abre las nalgas y enseña el culo. They're disgusting. Decades ago, I would never bring my children into a conversation like that. What else? 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 And so on. Cuando ustedes dos se besen enfrente mía, we have a lot of to catch up. Your mother didn't bring you to orgies where people get raped, darling, start getting naked and rape each other in front of us. There. No one gets away from us, okay? No one dating Keilany. No one ever gets away from us like that. They've also killed people behind the scenes that refuse to get raped by them. What else? What else? What else? This is my third day posting without blaming people directly. That's the animals without my permission. Ew, ew, ew. So this is good. I'm so looking forward to joining Facebook. I said decades ago, all of my pictures up to 2020 met the standards of I'm just here at home, I'm just here cooking, I'm just here with my kids. I was at this party, I was at this outing. What else? 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 I'm heading over to Catholic Charities to get a sandwich bite, 2 slices of bread, and peanut butter. That's all the food that I have in my apartment. The bread expires tomorrow, so I need to buy bread tomorrow. Or maybe today. Jimmy, an apple at like $43 in food stamps. What else? 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 When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet and meet people, ideally from the Amherstman. I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? 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 I'm bored. What else? What else? What else? Texting Jayden and Keilany later. What else? I'm bored. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate Evelyn Lorenzo Acevedo wants to tell me, well, when you go on a date, take Maria Angelis with you. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. That leash lost my virginity for me, so they want to continue raping people and stealing my virginity from me. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. They stay in my homes and they pretend to be me with my crushes. There's like thousands of people that have illegally lost my virginity for me with those leeches of girls. They're disgusting. You can decapitate Evelyn Lorenzo Acevedo de una basura, una asquerosidad. You can decapitate María Angelis Lorenzo, que es una asquerosidad. You can decapitate Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Jadiel Lorenzo Chaparro. You can decapitate Jigwell Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez Lorenzo sons that rape me and steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. They steal my homes. They steal my vehicles. They rape me. And then they go on to find people that will pretend to be me. And they've brought me into my own home after taking me hostage to show me that I'm having sex with people saying that could have been you or pretending that that's you right there. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. Anyways, when I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet and meet people ideally for the Amherstman. I want an apple today. One of those leeches want to know, like, we kept Alex, we kept Andrew. Se lo quitamos, le quitamos a Albert. We're the winners. Le quitamos. Oof. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. Anyways, I'm shopping for them today. I want an apple for my TV. What else? 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 Let's see. There was not much here. I want an apple to my bread. It's May 9th. My food stamps won't be deposited until the 25th. What else? 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 And I shall be a mushroom. I'm trying for the target. Looks like it's one of those notes. And I want to pay for my credit card. Empty my inboxes. I won't receive emails after June 7th. The city notes there. And this is getting about 20 something $1,000 that I need to pay for the credit card. In the meantime, if I invade my privacy or invade someone possibly Bank of America, the FBI, this is consígueme eso, testigo, chico. And they masturbate her. Aquí está un chifle con ella. Aquí está un chifle con ella. Gastó 22,000 pesos. Pero aquí está un chifle con ella. Okay, I witnessed people talk about that while I was growing up, about some of my relatives have been abused and their privacies have been invaded. I have no need to get this bank statement. I know what I spent the money on. But my family of origin gets in the way of me receiving money, and they've done this in the past because they're like, we must have an accurate visual of how she spent that money. Because if she was at the airport, we want to masturbate to the right airport that she was at. If there's lingerie there, we want to know from where. They're disgusting. I've been saying that since I was, what, 3 years old. They're disgusting. So embarrassing, so gross. Ew, ew, ew. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Sure. So sometimes I'm reading messages. Get into it. What's here? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Inbox. What else? Oh, all this. I can't get to all this. That's deleting all of this. Amazing. You can get the recipe from the website. What else to is there a way to click on all of these items? My students. You can decapitate or list as one money or the lesson in your money. This is gonna take a long time. Others. Oof. Do I want to delete everything? So, how long does that take? Like it's funny how those beaches that I grew up around are like this. So the Washington Rose, he credit karma, he dog. They're disgusting. They're fixated on a spam inbox that I literally when I thought like or whatever radio shop so many times that I'll take that free shit. I opened this email inbox and those leeches that are trying to rape me are fixated on this. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. Is it deleting? They want to offer to clean it up for me. A ver que my significant other in some way by being like, well, I have your password. Where's the trash bin? Did it not get selected? There, I'll have a clean slate. What? Oh, I haven't. Oh, my personal. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm mistaken. I'm missing money. You can decapitate my homies, so the sons of sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of mercy money. I miss music in the gym. What else? 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 Oh, did Albert go on to cause my homelessness because I had Bowflex weights? Isn't he like the gym off? And that's how he makes his money raping Hollywood stars. He's like, I'll be your gym guy, and then just ends up raping them. Ew, disgusting. And not thought about them decades. They're insignificant para me, they were dead. They're death penalty worthy. Since they were 18, they were somewhat. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. You can decapitate everyone that steals from me. You can decapitate everyone that gets in the way of your same money. You can decapitate everyone that. Blah, 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 blah. Here's what it told me. I don't want to read it. What else? What else? What else? What else? That's the two things. else, what else, what else? The capital something year old cousin because that's where he left off when I was 2 years old. So he's literally got my starvation, my anxiety, my poverty. Literally, I've been on the streets without having a home because he wants to reciprocate my impeccable with me from when I was 2 years old. In decades ago, I'm like, I'm not playing peekaboo with him. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? When he was too then he con mi dinero que me roban. ¿Dónde está peekaboo when he's there? It's disgusting. He's disgusting. Ay, no juega peekaboo. You can have me sort of assistance. I rate me to steal my money. What else? What else is a rapist, murder, and abuse? He's a rule. Doing what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. Tired. I just want to go to video. What else? They're disgusting. They're disgusting. This is fascinating. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? And these liquors. What else? What else? What else? What else? You can like have it around and steals my money to get in my hands. Like, so I'm here for Andrew tomorrow. We must have been some money into it. Disgusting. Yeah. My inbox is now to 12,000. I'm sure I'm gonna regret this one day. Be like, there was one that I needed. That's okay. Means late on this inbox. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Those times emails on June 7th. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? One more. So, anyways, congratulations to all the leeches that will be raping from now on Andrew, Albert, and Alex by having stolen my money, gotten in the way of me receiving money, staying in my homes without my permission, stealing my vehicles. I hope you all get the death sentence immediately. I'm tagging the FBI in this post, NATO, Interpol, the US Department of States, what is it? The International Criminal Court. Those people that I grew up in are disgusting. They kill for dick and vagina. They're embarrassing. Ew, 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 ew. I'd rather be celibate until I have financial stability and it won't be anyone that I grew up around. I know for sure. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? More. I'm bored. I miss Jayden. I miss Keilany. I miss Jayden. I miss what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. What else? What else? What else? What else? I do even remember my last number. That was 9,000. On the screen. Let's see. I only have two tabs. Where do you? I have like connecting this one. Where is this fascinating? Never really useful. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? This time. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? You can calculate. Get some flesh there. Yay. Maybe I'll spend my time on biblical. Yes, we delete that. Money. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? That's from when I moved. But Jayden and Keilany to an apartment. It was, Legends of Kitty. What else? What else? What else? What else? Poor Danny Tresick. Danny have been raped already by everyone in the family. In 2016 already, that they stalked me that way. That they're like, "No sé bien qué le dijo." Even if they was. What else? Worst one. We're getting to talking. It's like one feels like I'm gonna kill someone by breathing. I just remember shopping for myself, getting and there's a few words that I taking something else. What? I forgot. What else? What else? What else? Um, There's no sign they possibly write James and Keilany's teachers, and they're all behind the scenes, waiting for me to show up to heal them. So sometimes they stay. I'm like, well, when she shows up and I can tell her that her second doesn't make me, then I'll leave these group chats and people like, you're gonna leave. She's never showing up. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. There's nothing in my inbox. No, there's some. What else? What else? What else? It turned into the yellow warning. What else? What else? What else? What else? A warning there. What What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm more. What else? What else? What else? I'm more. There's updates. There's social. This is I thought still working, but there are some. You can decapitated everyone that I did toddler exploration with. Okay, it doesn't get that I don't need to expose not even if I were there. It's so gross. Mi teacher asqueroso. No se saben quedar callados o callados. Tienen tiros y que están todo el día. Tiqui, 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 por eso son tiqui, tiqui, tiqui. I mean, for thousands of people, the thousands of places. I'm bored. What else? I'm bored. Deleted. Silence and those thousand messages. Fix. I can't super disgusting. I didn't remember that she had this use of my makeup. He's in a man, so he puts them on the internet on it. They're like, were you in your competition? No, they're disgusting. And they're like, anything that you do, someone can do it better and faster than you. They steal my money just to say no. They're embarrassing. They're embarrassing. You can decapitating how many sons and rape me, then steal my money, and years of money. They're stupid. They're so wrong. They're embarrassing. No promotion still there. What else? 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 How charged is my phone? So I can to Catholic charities and get $4 today. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyways, I can level 2 is a fermented with Jayden and Keilany, and I want to use the beach potato. What else? 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 Even the county room, my family board, and the started to rate them. So, I need to take what's church. So you can decapitate everyone that stalks me, everyone that steals my money, everyone that stays in my home without my permission. You can decapitate everyone that steals my vehicles. So I need some more the battery on my phone. Let's see how charged is my phone so I can head up to my charge. But those need to steal from me, and I don't know what you're saying. Don't understand is how if David Ledesma was talking to them, he never mentioned them to me when he talked to me. They're stupid. They want to be there in every conversation. They get so upset. The same with Chris, the same with Sarah Francis, the same with Berenice, the same with Mike Norman, the same with Kate Leon. They think that if they all band together, that one talks to people individually, that they're going to be brought up all the time. And we're stupid. We're stupid. And you really can tell them for everything for mention. Instead of